Hey everybody, it's Holly
And Heather.
and welcome to another segment we like to call Are You Hungry Tonight? It's our Elvis themed cooking show. So, welcome. Everybody grab your coffee and get settled in. I hope this actually goes out live because the weather in Nashville here has been so horrific.
Horrible.
It is thunderstormed and lightning, flash flood. There was a tornado warning. You name it, we've had it. And so the internet's a little sketchy today.
Oh yeah, it looks that way.
Little sketchy. So very sorry about that.
Yeah.
If it gets weird, but I'm telling you what, I don't know about these Easter showers that we're having, April showers that we're having. It's rained enough.
Yeah.
For the whole year.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Yeah.
Anywho, how are you? We're so glad to see you. And today we're doing a fun thing. So normally, if you've never joined in on our Are You Hungry Tonight, we always look through one of our mini Elvis cookbooks. We pick a recipe that was a favorite of Elvis's, and then we make it exactly how it would have been made for Elvis, and then I make it and Heather tries it. She's the taste tester. But today we're doing a little twist on it.
Yep.
So to get ready for Easter, I was thinking, what's a dish we could do that'd be perfect for Easter dinner if some of y'all are looking for something, and what is something that's just widely known with Elvis? Well, it's banana pudding. Legend has it, they had to have banana pudding on hand at all times, every night, just in case Elvis asked for it. So today I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I looked up the recipes in a couple of my cookbooks. They were a little difficult and a little, they didn't sound that great. And I have a great recipe. Let me tell y'all about my recipe. So my mom has this awesome cookbook. And it's from like the 60s. I know y'all seen it. You could probably get it at a thrift store. It's called Dining with Pioneers. Look how much I have it earmarked. I have like a billion, because this is where I usually get all my recipes for holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas. All my stuff comes from this. It is the best cookbook if you like really Southern dishes. And anyway, my mom she loved to make desserts. You can count on our mama. Okay, to do desserts. So Mama was always known for her coconut cream pie and banana pudding. And she got her recipe out of this book. So it's vintage. It's a vintage recipe. And anyway, along the years, she tweaked it a little bit. And then, of course, since you all know Heather doesn't cook, I inherited the cooking duties for the family. And I've tweaked it a little more. So it's kind of like my own recipe. I like to call it Holly's famous family recipe, because it's only famous at my family get-togethers. But anyway, it's super simple. It's really great. It's like super sweet. If you like a really nice sweet banana pudding, the hardest part is like cooking it on the stove. That's the only part. It just takes a minute to get everything to thicken up. All the ingredients are super simple, so we'll go through all of that. And then Heather's going to check out some comments. Y'all, Heather's not feeling too good today. She's a little under the weather. She's got one of her headaches, so just bear with her.
I'm here. Great.
She's here, and she's about to get one of her most favorite things, which is my banana pudding.
Yes.
She really loves it.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are going to. I think it would be Elvis approved. You can let me know at the end.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I will say, let's say hey to some people if you want to.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, too, did y'all hear, was it this week? Val Kilmer died. Or was it? It's just been a few days, hasn't it?
Yeah,
not
when
since
was it? I feel like it was either Monday or Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. So I was like, I'm going to tie this in with Elvis. So I started researching it. Val Kilmer played Elvis in a movie. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yes, he did.
What
movie? It's a movie from the early 2000s called True Romance.
Huh.
It starred Christian Slater.
Okay.
And it wasn't directly like Elvis Presley was in this movie. They called his character name Mentor. I've never seen this movie. I'm just getting all this off the internet.
Okay.
Y'all tell me if you've seen True Romance. Evidently, it was a a hit for Christian Slater. But anyway, he had like a figment of his imagination that was like his mentor and that would guide him. And it was
It's like
like
his guardian angel.
yes. And it was like Val Kilmer, but it was very Elvis-esque. Like Val looks a lot like Elvis in it. I mean,
Wow.
like, yeah. And
I have to go watch it.
I know. Well, it says his part is very brief, so I bet we
Still.
could YouTube
Yeah.
like that brief part of it. Have y'all seen it?
Might
Let
be
me
a good
know.
movie.
It might be. I like Christian Slater and I love Val Kilmer. Y'all know, listen, Val Kilmer back in the day, wow.
Yeah, Top Gun.
That man in Top Gun, holy cow. But I'll tell you another thing I was looking at too. He must have done a really good job because they've ranked all the Elvises, like all the actors that played Elvis. Well, he's number 5. That's not too shabby.
Oh, then it must have been a bigger part.
Well, it said it was super brief. They just said, but you know, he was such a great actor.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, another thing that reminds me of him in the Elvis world is he's kind of the original Austin Butler. Because you know his portrayal of Jim Morrison in that '90s movie, The Doors.
Oh, I forgot he did Jim Morrison.
Oh my
I've never seen
gosh!
that.
Well, I have seen it, y'all. Him and Austin Butler, and maybe Jamie Foxx for his role as Ray Charles.
really?
They're probably no. I'm gonna tell you who's number 1. Sissy Spacek as Loretta Lynn and Coal Miner's Daughter. She's even got Austin Butler beat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all, she's the number 1 actor portrayal of a celebrity. It's Sissy Spacek playing Loretta Lynn.
There's been a lot of good ones though. Like I don't know if you guys know the Latino artist Selena, but Jennifer Lopez. I mean, that was like a pretty natural role for her because they were very similar anyway. But she was great in that role.
Yeah, I'll tell you. But old Val Kilmer, and you know the sad thing is, he like Austin Butler was very method, and they said he learned 50 Doors songs. Wow. And that when they played his recordings and Jim Morrison's recordings for like the surviving members of the Doors, they couldn't tell the difference.
Ooh.
They kept thinking,
so he really sang as well.
He sang, and he like practiced and practiced all that. And yeah, they said they couldn't even tell whether it was Val or Jim. So, and you know what? Crazy. Just like our Austin Butler, he didn't get the Oscar, but you know he didn't even get nominated, which is terrible. So that's my rant about Val Kilmer. But you know, I made it Elvis related.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I know. So see, you learned something. So anyway, so that was sad. But I'll tell you, all these great tributes, you just never remember somebody's body of work until people start putting up those like tributes and stuff. I mean, iconic Doc Holliday and Tombstone. Come on now. So that was
like
really
Iceman too, or something.
Iceman's in Top Gun. That's his name in Top Gun. Yeah. And you know, he reprised that role
because
in Maverick. That was his last acting role, y'all.
Yeah. Because what was it they called? Goose. I was like, I said they all had like names. It was like Iceman, Goose,
Maverick. Yeah. So that's a good movie. That's a real good movie. Yeah. Anyway, are y'all Val Kilmer fans? Let us know. We're just chit-chatting along. Can you get the comments yet?
It's not going to the right thing.
Hold on. I'll tell you, it's this internet.
I know, and sorry, because it is a little sketchy. I know some people were like, the picture's a little like fuzzy or blurry. I'm surprised we even still have power and internet after this storm. Literally, like, it was bad, y'all, on Wednesday especially. Like, Holly was in PAL, but I was here. And I mean, I was like, I didn't even go to bed till 7 a.m. that morning because it was like major storms starting at like midnight. And then they were like saying tornadoes were headed like our way where Holly and I live and coming across. And so I was in our bathroom downstairs half bath because we have a 2-story house, but the safest place to go in our house is this little half bath we have down here because there's no windows, no glass or anything like that. So I'm literally like huddled in there with my iPad trying to listen and pay attention to the news. And yeah, like scared to death because they're talking about like all these tornadoes and then they're like, here's another cells behind it. And I'm like, ah. And so I'm like huddled in there. And finally, I don't know, probably like at 6 a.m., the last one came through and they were like, I think as far as tornadoes, we're safe now. It's just flooding and rain we have to worry about. But I'm telling you one thing about Nashville and the area we live in. When I say that they send you 8,000 alerts on your phone and they call you a million times to warn you about tornado and flooding. So there was like no sleep for Heather Wednesday night.
Well, I was in PAL and I guess the phone service, I guess they don't realize I'm in PAL. But yeah, my phone went off. I almost called Heather, but I was like, maybe I'll wake her up. But my phone went off all night with calls and texts. And I was like, I'm not even in Nashville, but thanks for the warnings. And I'm telling you what, if you don't answer or text them back, they will just keep going, which I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. But it was crazy. Yeah. And like here we have, like we live in an area called Hermitage, and there's an area right beside us called Mount Juliet, but we have like a tornado siren that they have in this area. And when they like actually say like tornado warning instead of watch, that siren just starts. I mean, there was like no sleeping. And then yesterday, it like, because I'm talking to Holly and Dad the whole like week, and they're like, "Oh, it's beautiful here in Powell. It's sunny, it's hot, there's no rain." And I'm like, "Well, it's like Scareville here." Because then yesterday it starts storming again, and it is like 70-mile-per-hour winds again. I mean, flooding everywhere. It's been crazy. So wherever you are, I hope you're safe. I think that the tornado like came through Texas a lot and then went through us, and I think it went into Kentucky quite a bit and did some damage. Luckily, no tornadoes touched down here. I think we're just more dealing with flooding in a lot of areas. But whoo, Lord, it's been crazy.
It has.
So anyhow, good morning, Lisa from Southern California. She's making breakfast with us.
Oh, good.
Ooh, she's cooking waffles, bacon, and eggs.
Yum.
So she says we'll cook together.
Awesome.
I think, do you say it, Mikkel? Hello. Greetings from Holland. Oh, well, hello.
Hello.
Deborah in Portland, Maine. How are you doing today? Elizabeth, hello. She's so glad we made it through the storms. How about Dad? Dad, like I said, in Powell and Knoxville, it completely missed them. It went through Middle Tennessee. Yeah, like it came through Graceland and Memphis as well, and then went through Middle Tennessee, and then went on up to Kentucky. So missed it there.
Anytime there's tornadoes, that's one of my first thoughts is I'm like, I hope Graceland's okay.
Oh my God, I love this, David. Hello. He's like, "Hi, Holly and Heather. So terrific to see you surviving the rain and cooking up a storm of your own."
Love it.
Easter time.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
I know
That's
going to be your title.
Cooking up a storm. I mean it.
Elizabeth says Jennifer nailed Selena. She did.
I don't think I've seen that.
You've never seen Selena?
Well, maybe back in the day.
So
well, I'll tell you, they
her costumes and her like dance moves.
Is it exact? Well, you know who plays her now? They have a series on Netflix, and you know the lady that plays Rosita on Walking Dead. She's playing her, which I think that's also a great casting.
Hello, Sarah. How are you? She loves banana pudding. It's one of her favorites. I know it's always a hit.
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna love this one. You were gonna, because it's like, you know how there's those banana puddings that you can make that super quick banana pudding where you literally just throw a couple of boxes of like banana pudding,
like instant
Jello, instant. Yeah,
not the same.
Yeah, I just don't like those. Those taste like gas station banana pudding to me.
Yeah.
So this is almost like instant, but not really, because it's home cooked over the stove. So
hello, Barbara from New Orleans. She says it's raining there. Good morning, Brenda. Penny. Thank you for the pictures of Dean. She saw Dean Z last night. So amazing. I did get your pictures. Thank you for those. I appreciate that. Isn't he incredible? We love it. Let's see. Hello, Jane. Thank you for watching. Tisa, good morning. Angelique, hello in the Netherlands.
I mean, we got everybody from all over. That's fantastic.
I know. Hello, Elaine, Cinda. Good morning to everybody.
All right. Well, I'm going to get started on what this whole show's about, and that is the banana pudding. So let's go over through a few tweaks. Heather, do you want to pull the camera down? I'll show them my ingredients, and then let's compare. I'll show y'all my ingredients and the specs on those, and then we'll go through these Elvis books and see what those are, and y'all can, hear the differences. Mine, like I say, super simple. It's probably stuff you already have in your pantry. I'm going to put my little turntable down. So, of course, you're going to need some whole milk. Hold on, there's going to be a delay. So, just want to make sure you can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. You're going to need some bananas. You're going to need a little bit of vanilla extract. Of course, your vanilla wafers. Egg yolks. Not the whole egg, just the yolks. A little pinch of salt. A little bit of plain all-purpose flour. A little bit of sugar. Well, actually, a lot of sugar. And that's it. Oh, no, and I forgot my most important ingredient. I'm keeping it in the fridge. Cool Whip. All right, for the topping, okay? So, as y'all know, some banana puddings have, and I think Elvis's version has the whipped egg white topping, like the meringue. That's good, and you can do that absolutely with this because you'll have those egg whites left over. If you want to make a little meringue and pop it in the oven, you totally can. I just really enjoy it with Cool Whip. So, And I didn't know that these are called Nilla. I thought they were vanilla wafers.
Makes me think of Scylla.
Nilla. That, that's what Elvis would call them. He'd be like, bring me up some of them Nilla wafers. All right, so that's my recipe. And like I say, that was the basis on this Cooking with Pioneers. I have just redone the measurements a little bit, but all the ingredients are the same. And now I've got this book called Fit for a King. Listen to his banana pudding. This doesn't sound that great to me. It's gelatin, cold water, boiling water, sugar, lemon juice, egg whites, and bananas. I don't know about that. But, maybe maybe it's delish. I don't know. Then in this other book that I've got, the Presley Family Cookbook, it's the closest one to mine. It's got eggs separated, so egg yolks, milk, sugar. It's got a little bit of cornstarch, so that's different from mine. I use flour, and they're using cornstarch. I don't know if that makes a huge difference. And then salt, vanilla, bananas, vanilla wafers, and then they do cream of tartar and powdered sugar for the meringue. So this one has a meringue also. So really, I guess the only difference in this one is I'm using Cool Whip for my topping, and I use plain all-purpose flour instead of cornstarch. Y'all let me know. Is that like a huge difference? Would this
what's the difference in those two? Because as you all know, Heather does not cook, so I couldn't tell you the difference in anything. But I mean, I do hear a lot of recipes that use cornstarch because I watch a lot of cooking shows, and the all-purpose flour. Like, what's the difference? Is it a taste difference? Is it a texture difference?
I bet it's like a thickening.
Yeah,
that's what you use it for, the thickening agent. So first off, I didn't give y'all the exact ingredients. So let me tell you, you're going to need 3 egg yolks. You're going to need just a pinch of salt. I mean, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. You're going to need 1/4 of a cup of the flour, 1 heaping cup of the sugar, and that's what makes it good. 2.5 cups of whole milk, as many bananas as you want. I use 3 to 4, and then 1 thing of Cool Whip. And I'm going to tell y'all what, every time I do this for a family gathering, I double the recipe, and it doubles perfectly, and it usually makes this real nice batch for family gatherings. I'm just doing a mini one. I'm doing the regular batch today because Heather and I are trying to eat healthy, so I don't want much of this laying around, because I'm going to tell you what.
Keyword try.
Definite try.
Struggle bus, Heather.
It's so good. It's so good. You can't help yourself. So step number 1, you're going to take your sugar.
I mean, it has fruit in it, right?
Thank you. You're going to take your sugar and your flour in a little bowl. Now, if you want to be fancy or really spot on, you can get the sifter out and sift this together. Because you're wanting to combine it thoroughly. Today, we're winging it. I'm just putting it out here with a fork. So I'm just going to combine this with a fork. Or here, Heather, are you filling up to it? All you got to do is just kind of stir it around and get it. You're just combining.
I can do this. I can do this.
Do it. All right, then you get your big old pot on the stove. You can use a Dutch oven, but like a lot of these recipes call for double boiler. I guess you could. I never have. I've always just used a big old pot. So in the big old pot, we're going to turn it to medium-high heat. You're going to put your 2.5 cups of milk. And before it gets hot, this is important. You got to put these egg yolks in here and beat those in, because once it gets hot, it'll scramble them. So right as you put it in, throw in those egg yolks. Let me get my spatula. This is vintage country pudding. And then you're going to get your salt and just throw that salt in there and mix all that up real good. So I'm putting these eggs in, getting those all beat up in there. Tell me if y'all make banana pudding. I just think it's a great dessert because there's always going to be a cake there. There's always probably going to be a pie. So if you want to make something a little bit different, you can't go wrong with banana pudding.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm stirring this up really good. I've got all the egg yolks beaten up and incorporated into the milk. And we're just gonna let this heat. Now this is the most strenuous part of it, y'all. You keep it on the stove, and we're gonna gradually add in the sugar and flour, and that'll thicken it up. And it takes it a good a good 15 minutes or more, depending on how high your heat is, to get it to thicken up. And I just like to thicken it until it'll coat the back of the spoon. So we'll do that. So I'm gonna be back here, and you got to stir it constantly, because if you don't, it's bad news bears.
Mm-hmm.
So, have anything exciting going on in the Elvis world?
Well, I was just going to say about some people's comments. Thank you. Number one, a lot of you are asking, I didn't get all that. Will you please post the recipe and ingredients later? Yes. We will post it later. We'll post like a little picture of the finished product, and then we'll put the recipe for you. So don't worry.
Yes, because it's my secret recipe, y'all. You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. But a lot of people are saying that the cornstarch, so maybe next time, or maybe one time, I don't know, this one's so good though. She's almost perfected it. But I'm like, maybe one time you should try the cornstarch, because this is what people are saying. They're saying cornstarch is used to thicken the mixture.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody said it doesn't take the taste away from the bananas, and it creams it better. Flour bunches it up with lumps.
Interesting.
And then somebody said that the cornstarch will absorb more of the moisture.
Okay.
So interesting.
Well, now that's another thing. Y'all let me know, what kind of bananas do you use? You know, back in the day, I feel like this was something you like, oh my gosh, my bunch of bananas are about to go bad. And when they start to get mushy and soft, like I love a good banana, but I actually hate it when they're mushy and soft.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for like banana bread and banana muffins, you've got to have them mushy and soft.
Yeah.
But I don't enjoy that in my banana pudding. So I always kind of use raw.
I was going to say, I feel like you have to use firmer ones when you're making the banana pudding, because it like is going to get mushy over the day.
Yeah.
Because also you want to like let the banana pudding, like I know a lot of times when Holly makes her banana pudding, she'll make it like the night before Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, and then it sits in the refrigerator, and I feel like it gets better. Like I feel like all the like, you know, flavors kind of meld together and it gets better. But I would say like over that time they'll start to get mushy. So if you start mushy, no.
So I'm just adding this in. This is our sugar and flour mixture that Heather combined. And you just add a little at a time. So I just sort of shake in maybe 1/4 cup at a time and get stirred in there real good. And then do a little more and just keep stirring it. That's the secret, is you got to keep stirring this or it will lump up. Because now I've never had trouble with my flour lumping up, but it might be just because I go this extra mile with the continuous stirring.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just excited that I have my own recipe. You know, you always see these cooking shows. I'm like, oh, this is my special recipe. I'm like, well, now I've got mine.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
it's always a hit. I tell y'all what. Yeah, that was like our mom's specialty. I mean, our mom wasn't a bad cook. She wasn't a great cook, but now her desserts and her sweet stuff were always delicious. And that was her thing. That's what she always made for family events and gatherings and things. And they were always a huge hit. Everybody loved them. And then now Holly's taken on that role for the family, and that's what she does. But yes, this banana pudding, Holly's made it for me many times for like work things or like when I'm getting together with friends and stuff. And I mean, there's not a morsel left in the bowl.
I know. The most hilarious thing about our mom, I mean, you could literally be like, hey, can you bring 5 dishes to this potluck? They'd all be dessert.
Every single one of them.
I mean, she might throw in, sometimes she would throw in a broccoli casserole.
Yeah, she was good at casseroles. She always usually made hash brown casserole and broccoli casserole. Yeah. And they were both delicious.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if y'all make those or not, but I love a good casserole.
I do
and
too.
The broccoli casserole, she always put Cheez-Its crushed on top. And then her hash brown casserole, she put cornflakes.
And I hated it. I hated those cornflakes. I don't put it on mine. I leave the cornflakes off. You loved it?
I liked it. I liked it. Not frosted flakes, just regular cornflakes.
Nothing. I didn't like
It's
anything
crunchy on top.
Well,
I liked it.
How about some potato chips? Maybe we could do that.
Potato chips would be good.
I get on board with that.
Yeah, those would be good.
All right. All right, so I'm almost done. I'm down to my last little bit here. I'm just going to dump that all in. I'm just going to dump this last little bit in. You know, just feel it with your heart.
Thank you. Oh, my Lord. So how's everybody been doing? Not a whole crazy lot of Elvis news this week. That's why we thought, hey, let's do a cooking show. And especially with Easter coming up, you know, nice to have a special recipe to make for your family and friends. But yeah, not a lot on the Elvis front other than, still just talking about Elvis Week, and tickets are definitely on sale right now. I don't think they've made any more huge guest announcements.
Is anything sold out? Packages or anything?
I think just still the Elvis Tribute Artist VIP package. I think it's still the only one that's sold out.
Wow.
And then, of course, the tours, like the Hidden Graceland tours with Tom and Angie sold out.
Of course.
I think at least one, if not two, of the Linda Thompson tours sold out. But yeah, I haven't really checked the last few days, but yeah. And then let's see, I did see a really cool thing. If any of you all are going or you're looking for something to do, if you can't make Elvis Week work, I know in May, I think it was the 23rd through the 26th, they announced this week. That's Memorial Day weekend. And for just that particular weekend, Graceland is doing special tours, and they're all going to be centered around Elvis's years in the Army and his Army career. And so they're going to have special guided tours that take you through the mansion and through the complex and kind of tell you stories and insights about Elvis's Army days and Army career. And there's going to be, I think they said, special like displays and artifacts set up just for that weekend.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
That would be a good time to go, because May should be good weather and beautiful and everything. So that would be a great time to go. So I thought that was really neat that they kind of added that, little thing. And I'm wondering if you went in May, they might have some of the other exhibits that they're working on. Because, they're unveiling several new exhibits before August, before Elvis Week. And like they're doing one of the Colonel, they're doing some more of the movie ones. They're doing... Well, I definitely don't think they'll do the Red Living Room until Elvis Week.
Yeah, but I think they're saving that.
Yeah. But anyway, you can go see the new jumpsuits because, they redid the jumpsuit exhibit here a month or so ago. And they kind of moved the jumpsuits around and then put some brand new ones on display. So you could check that out while you're there in May. So I thought that was very interesting. And then let's see.
Now back to this banana pudding, y'all. I've got it on medium heat to get everything warmed up, and then I'm putting it on medium high, because what you're wanting is for it to get to just to where it's about to boil, but you don't want it to boil. So as soon as something like you start seeing those little bubbles pop up, you turn the heat back down just a little bit, because you're just trying to keep it right above the surface of it boiling. So I guess that's what they said.
Good to know. Let's see. Let me look at some more comments and questions, because I saw a bunch. Thank you so much. Let me just get my thing to cooperate here. You look on my iPad actually, because
I know. Because I'm gonna tell you what, it looks like it's about to rain again.
Yes. Hello, Frances. She says she's wondering if we need any Elvis cookbooks. Sure.
I mean, how many are there? Do y'all know exactly how? Like, I think we have 3. I've got the Are You Hungry Tonight cookbook. I've got the Fit for a King and the Presley Family cookbook. Are there any more than that?
Oh,
I'm sure there's
a
gazillion. I'm sure there's a gazillion.
I mean, yeah, if you have a particular one that you love, Frances, send it on. We'll pick out some recipes.
We'll pick out a recipe.
We'll feature it, pick out some recipes. Hello, Maria. She says she went to an Elvis tribute ETA show Friday night. Called Ben Portsmouth. It was fantastic. He was very good. He's our own from the UK. Got to hold his hand.
Great.
Oh, Maria, we know Ben Portsmouth.
That was Heather's first love.
That was our introduction into the Elvis Tribute Artist world. I don't know if any of you all tuned in last year when we did our top 10 things leading up to our 10th anniversary of Elvis Week. But we talked about the Elvis Tribute Artist, and literally Ben Portsmouth was our introduction into that whole world that we never knew existed. Literally, Holly was looking at TV one night and saw a caption on the guide for David Letterman, and he was having like a tribute to Elvis Week, and he had different Elvis tribute artists on performing, and Ben Portsmouth was on there one night, and Holly was like, hey Heather, I'm going to tape this for us to watch because it's like Elvis related, and we'll see what it's about. And I was like, holy cow, he did American Trilogy.
Wow.
And I literally looked at Holly and I was like, who is this guy? What is David Letterman talking about? Because he was talking about, like the Elvis Tribute Artist world and the big contest that they have in Memphis every year at Graceland. And I was like, how did we not know about this? We need to find out. And so I was like awestruck at Ben Portsmouth, how much he looked, sounded, everything. I thought it was amazing. And then that's when we went down the rabbit hole and researched and discovered the contest and Elvis Week. And then that was our first year going. And who won? Dean Z. Dean Z. So Ben Portsmouth, Dean Z. Special place in my heart.
I know.
Special place in my heart because they were like our introduction into this whole crazy world that we love.
And I'll tell you the thing about Ben Portsmouth, I'll tell you, he's probably the #1 at kind of acting like Elvis, like Elvis in between the songs and the singing. He's really kind of got that later 70s swaggery, confident, making like funny jokes, like, Elvis. He's really got that down. All right, so my banana pudding is in a little slot boil. I'm turning the heat down because you don't want it to boil. And now it's getting thick, so I can see it on the sides of the pan. And now I want to show you on the spoon. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to bring it over there. Ooh, I might want to turn this off. Ooh.
Let's see
my spoon. See how it's coating my spoon. All right, so I'm gonna take this off because now it's got to cool a little bit. This won't hurt this marble, will it? Does it hurt marble?
No.
Okay, good. I'm like, did I just burn this up? Look at my cute stuff too. Look how springy I am today. A cute cutting board. This little knife set Heather got me, and they're all multicolored. I love them. All right, so I'm going to stir this up a little bit, and because we got to let this cool down. So I might stick it in the fridge for a little bit because I don't want to put burning hot pudding on to my bananas and stuff. So I'll let y'all look at it. Here's the consistency. I don't know if you can see it. Boop. And it'll thicken up.
It smells so good.
Yeah. And don't worry, it'll thicken up as it cools. Like sometimes you get nervous. You're like, oh, it's coating my spoon, but it looks real thin. Trust me, as soon as it starts cooling off, it'll gel up like pudding.
Didn't you also say one time, because again, Heather knows nothing about cooking, but didn't you tell me one time that this base is basically the same as coconut pie?
It's the same as the coconut cream pie one. I just tweaked it. Now, your last step, and I almost forgot, and once again, I forgot this one year, and I did not realize how crucial a little teaspoon of vanilla extract is.
It is.
One time I forgot to put this in, and the pudding was not the same. It was bland and disgusting. So, after you get it off the stove, you're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Look at my cute spoons Heather got me. They're Southern Living, y'all. They're golden swanky. So you put that in and mix that up really, really good. And that is crucial. Don't forget it. Like I did. That was the incident of Christmas 2022, I think. It'll forever live in my memory. Because when you bring something to the family get together, you really want it to be good. And you're always like, because one year I didn't put enough sugar. That's why I tweaked these. I put exactly what the recipe had called for a coconut pie. It wasn't sweet enough. And my Uncle Carl was like, this is not sweet enough. And I was like, trust me, it will be next year. So now I make little notes in my cookbook, and I'm like, you better put enough sugar this time. All right, so I think that's incorporated good. So let me just put this in the fridge and let it be cooling off. Let me check this out. Lord, my fridge is packed. Shocking. All right. Let me put this in here. All right. Ugh. Okay. Now we're going to assemble our layers. So I normally use the regular size vanilla wafers, but one year all they had were these minis. And Heather actually likes them better. And I think I do too, because it's just like a little mini wafer. And so you take a small bite, and they're real good to decorate with. I almost lost them. That would have been a tragedy, y'all. If I had just spilled all these in the floor. Would you like vanilla? It's good.
I know, I love these. I just eat these by themselves.
I do too.
I can eat a whole box of them.
You know what's great with these? Peanut butter. If you ever put a little slather of peanut butter on them, delish. Okay, so I don't know which one I want to use. So I have this. This is old vintage Tupperware, y'all. Look at this was my mama's. And this is like a thin one. Like the one I normally put the banana pudding in, it's probably like that thick, because if you double this recipe, it's pretty thick, especially with the Cool Whip. So I have this. I don't know. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about what would be cute for the picture. Or I had this like springy Easter green that I thought might be cute, and it's got a little lid to it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Vintage green. Comment below.
What do you vote?
Vote on it and let me know. Because I'm going to have to take a picture of this afterwards, and it's got to be Instagram worthy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, y'all vote real quick and let me know, and then I'm going to start layering. Because all you're going to do is we're going to put down a layer of bananas and a layer of wafers. And just, like I say, measure with your heart. Whatever you want to put. If you want to put a ton, if you want to put a few, it's up to you. Just put some down. Oh, I see all the comments.
I know. We'll see. I see green, vintage, green, green, vintage, vintage, green. It's like a tie.
I know.
It's like vintage, green. It's literally like one.
Okay, I could, y'all.
Green.
I could let Heather be the tiebreaker.
What? Green. Vintage. Goodness gracious.
I'm telling you.
This is hilarious. Vintage. I love it. Vintage.
I love it. Okay. This is what Heather and I normally do when we can't decide.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, okay, Heather, and this is usually us with what restaurant are we going to go eat. I'll be like, I'm going to put a number on each of these between 1 and 100.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you come closest to, that's what we're going with. Whether it be a restaurant, a Tupperware dish, you name it. So
I mean, I was going to just pick one.
okay, do it.
Well,
I didn't think you had one.
Well, I was trying to think whatever, and like I think the green is like bright, springy, Easter-esque, whatever. But then again, we are making banana pudding in honor of our mama and of Elvis, and they are
So
both
true.
Classics and
So
icons in our world.
You know what?
So
I'm gonna
vintage.
Okay, and you know
I'm
what?
going vintage.
I'm not only going to dedicate it to Mama, but her sisters Phyllis and Janice. Because honey, there were never 3 more sisters that loved Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be for all of them. So we're going to go vintage, and it's going to look cute with my banana pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do a little cute decor on it too. So I like to start with the wafers first. So just throw some in here, and then I just like put them out, single file.
This is
Single
also where
layer.
Holly and I are funny because she's let me help do this part before at holidays because she's like, here, ladies, out. Holly just dumps them in and like scurries them around. I put them down each one and they all have to be facing the same way.
Well,
I'm
gonna have them face the same way for you because God knows Heather will lose sleep.
I'm OCD about certain things
She'll
like that.
lose sleep at night if
Are
she
any
doesn't
of
think
you
these.
all? Yeah, I'm OCD about stuff like that.
Oh Lord help us. And I'm not. I'm the exact opposite. You can
What?
just throw
Are
it
you
in.
serious, Linda?
What?
Today's Cody Day and I's birthday.
Oh my heavens.
Happy birthday, Cody Day and I.
Not that he'll ever see this, but you know what? I should dedicate this banana pudding to him.
I was so
Little birthday
sad.
treat.
I was so sad because was it last Sunday that it was David Lee and Patrick Dunn's birthdays?
Yes, it was, and we
And
didn't
I didn't.
know it.
Yeah, and I didn't say anything. I mean, I sent Patrick a message later
Of course
on,
you did.
but yeah, of course I did. Love my Patrick. But yes, happy birthday.
I think I put too many now. But
No, you can never have too many.
I don't know. I'm feeling like this is a lot, but all right. So I've got my layer of wafers now. I have sliced up. I did 4 this time, but I have extras in case I feel like this isn't enough. Because the original recipe called for 6, but I was like, 6 is a lot, unless they're like super small. So I did 4. Let's see, because I'm only going to do 2 layers. I normally will do like a layer of wafers and bananas and the pudding, and then layer of wafer banana pudding, and then I top it with the Cool Whip. So that's probably what we're going to do today. We'll see how it goes. Like I say, I've never made this in just a single serving. I have literally always doubled this recipe because it's a family hit. I'm telling you, people, take it home. All right. I think does that look good to you? That looks good.
Yeah.
Oops, I dropped this one. All right, so let me see if my pudding is halfway decent because I do not want to scorch these vanilla wafers over here. Let me see how the pudding's looking and doing. Oh, it's still steaming. Oh, it's cooled down a lot though. That's good, okay. Here we go. Don't look in my nasty fridge, y'all. Okay, so I'm just gonna ladle it out. Just however you want. Just plopping it on there. Go. All right. Oops. So I guess I'm gonna try to use half of this, half of the mixture. Like I say, if you double it and you wanted to do 3 layers, if you just love bananas and vanilla wafers, you could do 3 layers. Just put it into thirds. All right, this looks pretty good. So here's what we got so far, y'all. Banana, wafers, pudding. Now, start the process over again. These, I won't just willy-nilly sprinkle them on. I'm gonna put them out because I maybe am not gonna put too many. What's everybody saying? What's your all's go-to Easter dessert? What do you like to eat on Easter?
Let's see. Let me see.
All right. Looking good here. Looking good. I'm trying to use it up so we won't eat this box of vanilla wafers, y'all. If this box is laying around, it'll get eaten. That's for sure. All right, that looks good. Now my bananas, so I've cut up 4. Let me see if I like how this is. And they were just medium sized too. They weren't real big. All righty. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Because I think my favorite part of this is the actual, just the pudding. I guess I could just have banana pudding minus the bananas if I really wanted to. All right. Here we go. I think this is going to be a perfect amount. So I think 4 medium-sized bananas were perfect for this. I'll show you my. That's how I'm wearing it. Boop. See? Okay. And then I'll just put the remainder of this pudding. And I am not going to waste a drop. After I get this spooned out, I'm going to get my spatula and scrape down the sides. Yes. So I'm going to put these here. Looking good. Well, I really appreciate that Graceland's doing something in May for, something different. Yeah. It seems like every month I think they try to do a little something to, because, everybody's visiting at different times.
Yeah, not everybody can make Elvis Week, so it's nice to give them a little something special.
Yeah.
Tour-wise and stuff.
Yeah.
Hello, Jill. Oh, I love that. She says, what is Cool Whip? We don't have that in the UK,
I don't think. Are you serious?
Is it like whipped cream? You don't have Cool Whip in the UK?
It is. It's store-bought.
Here, let me open it.
Redneck whipped cream.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me open it so you can see what it looks like.
Like, one of my favorite things is, like, legit, real whipped cream.
See? It looks like this. There you go. Yeah, it's literally like whipped cream. It is so good.
Except it's just store-bought and processed, but hey.
And it's good on any kind of pie or pudding or...
Yeah, it's delicious. A staple. If you grew up in the South, there was Cool Whip on everything. If there's a dessert, there's
and a lot of people are saying that they love the meringue, and you can do that. And then even on like the coconut pies that Holly and Mom made, Mom would always make a couple with meringue and a couple with Cool Whip because the family was always divided on who liked what. And they're both delicious, especially if you toast the meringue just a little bit. But yeah,
it's just a preference. I'm just not a big meringue person. I enjoy the Cool Whip better, and this would probably be delicious. Maybe one day I'll get extra, and I'll try to like make some like homemade whipped cream, because Lord knows that's one of my favorite things is homemade whipped cream.
I know everybody's like, oh my, no Cool Whip in the UK.
I'm telling you what, can you believe it? I bet you there's a ton of stuff that we take for granted here.
Right.
They don't know. There was something, I was talking to somebody that was from New York, and now I can't remember. I should have remembered it. I was talking about something, and they were like, I have no idea what you're talking about. That we do not have that in New York. And I was like, what? I was like, how can you say that?
Well, I had, tell me if this is true, Penny. I've ran into several people from Canada that don't know what grits are. Like,
another Southern staple.
Do you guys have grits?
Well, Penny probably knows because of Elvis, because she knows everything about Elvis. And
yeah.
Lord knows Elvis probably loves some grits.
Mm-hmm. I'm not much of a grits fan.
I like shrimp and grits.
Yeah, I like it if it's in like something like shrimp and grits, and it's got like, you know, like a sauce and something. But I don't just like to eat them. And even if you put like sugar and butter in them, I'm still like, bleh. Let's see. Wow, you guys are doing such fun things. Somebody said that they, Linda said she saw Cody Ray Slaughter last night.
Oh, wow.
Love Cody Ray Slaughter as well. Talk about one that like looks a lot like Elvis.
Oh my gosh, she
like
probably looks the most.
Yeah, like when you look at him from the side, it's scary. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Roseanne. She says that they went to the Charlotte Motor Speedway yesterday for the preliminary ETA contest, and Moses Snow won. I saw that.
That's super
Congratulations
cool.
to him. I really enjoy him. So that was amazing.
All right, y'all. I'm just slapping on this Cool Whip. So I'm using a whole tub. And if you double this recipe, get you 2 tubs. I don't know about this Cool Whip. I hope it's going to be delicious. All they had at the store, this is called extra creamy, which I thought Heather might like. I usually get just original. But I'm going to tell you what, there was a shortage. There wasn't a tub of original in there.
I guess people are already buying their stuff.
You know what?
Easter.
I bet, because you can put this in the freezer and keep it till Easter. So I guarantee you that is exactly what it was, because they had like the weird stuff like 0 sugar and like fat free. And I'm like, whoop.
I mean, there's certain stuff, yeah, you better buy soon, like for holidays and stuff. Like I know Holly usually every year, another one of Mom's staples was red velvet cake. One of my favorites. And Holly makes it a lot for especially Christmas. But if you don't get your red food coloring,
Listen.
if you don't get your red food coloring early, like Holly learned that lesson one year.
Yes, I did.
And so now she just buys it and like
I buy it in bulk.
And
I've got some here.
that
right
way she
now.
doesn't have to get it when she needs it. She just has it. So.
Yeah, I made the mistake, y'all. And in the South, and it's like I tell everybody, all my northern friends that moved down here laugh at me because when there's like even a hint of snow, you'll go to the grocery store and you won't find a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk to be had. I mean, they're nowhere to be found. And my northern friends always laugh at me. And I'm like, you just wait, go to the store and see. And I think it's the same way with holidays. These little old Southern ladies, listen, they plan their menus ahead of time and they get their ingredients weeks in advance. One year, I waited to literally, because I was like, oh, I'll just go like a day or 2 before and get all my stuff and it'll be fresh and all that. Oh no. I like to never found anything. I probably had to go to 3 or 4 stores. Yeah. And it's not just dessert stuff, honey. One time I couldn't find hash browns for the hash brown casserole. And I wound up using this different brand. And it actually turned out better. But yeah. All right, so here's our little, here it is. So it's almost to the top of this. It's almost, if you can see it. So it's about this thick. It'll make it, and this is probably just your standard 9 by 12.
Here, put it down. I'm going to do something special.
I was going to say, Heather, would you like to decorate with the wafers? Because I always decorate it and put some wafers on top.
Let's see. I also did a look at some questions and comments. Debbie, I did see that. So she's asking if we saw the big collection that John Daly with the EP Boulevard Pond posted that he acquired for the 90-year-old lady. I did see that. And hello, John Daly, jealous of you. He went, I can't remember where she's at right now, but he got to meet Anne Margaret.
Oh, no. Well, he had to be in California or Vegas, I guess. I think that's
maybe she's in Virginia. I don't know.
Like a Comic-Con
yeah, she's doing more of those. Oh no, this is not going to work out because it's too big.
You might just have to do it.
Okay.
I was trying to decorate, and she's misjudged.
Well, I still don't think I could have got it on there, even if I moved over here.
Maybe if we had like cut the vanilla wafers.
It's okay. That's what I needed to do. Yeah.
We're gonna see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. She's doing it. She's doing it. She's making it work.
And then I don't think I can. I was going to do a lightning bolt, but I don't think I can do it.
I don't think you can.
Okay.
All right.
I was going to write Elvis, but I didn't have enough room, so I did EP. How's that?
EP. There you go.
Oh, it's cute. Yeah.
And then, a little added. I like to, you know how you scrunch it up and you make like a little dusting?
Oh, that looks good. Look how good that looks on camera.
I know. Oh, should I not do my dusting then?
No, leave it just like this.
Okay, fine. Heather's masterpiece. We'll have to take
Thank
a
you.
picture and post it for you guys.
Um,
So I'll take a picture of this.
Yep.
And
post
post
the
it for
recipe.
you guys. Here, you better take a picture before we take a bite out of it because I'm about to spoon some out for us. Let me see. Let me get it Instagram ready. Hold on. Here, I'll put my coffee mug by it. How's that look? Here, I'll get everything out of your way. All right. Y'all bear with us. We're trying to be social media influencers here. Put it on the gram.
Okay, maybe I could just edit it out.
Well, here, I'll get you some. Take that out. I'll get it eventually.
Just bear with me.
Somebody's a perfectionist.
I am. All right, how does that look?
Can you edit that out? Or put it in the middle and do it. And I'm going to take this away. Now do it. How's that? I got this cute Lazy Susan I got at TJ Maxx, and it's got our initials on it. It's real cute. I'm going to have a sink full of dishes. I'm going to put these in the dishwasher.
I know, right?
But see how easy that was, y'all? You don't have to have a double boiler. You don't have to.
Yeah, like I think even I could make this.
Yeah, it just gets a little sketchy there while you're thickening it up on the stove. That's just
very picky.
Heather.
I know, I'm being very picky.
She's being extremely picky.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Finally.
Look, see?
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
All right, so now, let's do a tasting. Now, it's not going to be, it's actually better when it's sat in the refrigerator. So this is going to be a little warm, which I'm not excited about. But it's great. Like, you put this in the fridge for a few hours. Oh, my gosh. It is so good because the flavors kind of meld together. But anyway, here I go. See if I've created a masterpiece here. I'm going to get a little bit of everything. Do I have it? So here's your bite, y'all. Mmm.
Oh my God, look how big my bite is. I got way too big of a bite. Oh, well, I have a big mouth.
Mmm. That's going to be so good. It's already good, but that's going to be so good when it gets cooled off and congeals in the fridge. That is delicious, y'all. And I really like to say, I like these mini wafers because sometimes a wafer can get too big. You have to cut it in half, and I hate that. So this is perfect. I'm going to take one more little bite. One more. Delicious, y'all.
Yeah. It's always a hit.
Yeah. Just right so you can see
Comments go.
if you can see all them layers where I took my bite. Probably not. It's so good, though. And let me see if my little vintage lid will fit on it. Perfect. I'm telling you, nothing beats vintage Tupperware.
True.
It is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
That's good. I could probably eat half of that right now.
For real. I could eat the whole thing.
I know, I probably could too.
Of course, I'm hungry. I didn't eat any breakfast.
Me neither. We missed out on breakfast.
Yeah. Wish more comments would come back on
This is my breakfast. Is this banana pudding.
I know. I'm literally going to have
coffee.
a big bowl of it after this.
Heather's just going to nosedive into it after she gets off
Like, I'm
here.
not even kidding.
She doesn't want to embarrass herself in front of y'all.
I would. I don't care. You're friends. You're friends. Oh, good. Here it is. I got to get the comments back. See what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying they love our cooking show. Yay! I figured you guys would, because everybody's always asking, when are you doing another one? So when Holly and I were like, what can we do this week? I was like, Easter's coming up. Let's just do a cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Deborah's saying she likes it warm.
You know, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
Everybody's saying it looks delicious, looks so yummy. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they like it better warm. Yes, Carol. Hello, Carol. Good luck with everything. She said that they're having to move furniture out of two of her dad's rentals because of the, like, I guess, water in Ohio rising or whatever.
No.
So good luck. I hope
Yipesies.
everything's okay. But she says she's going to make some pudding now.
I'm telling
funny.
you. My gosh.
I know.
Yeah, like I say, it didn't take very long. Now, it took a long time right now, but that's just because we're chit-chatting and I'm moseying along. If you really needed to get this done real quick, you could whip this up in no time.
Yeah.
No time at all.
Yeah, it is a quicker, easier dessert recipe to make.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, homemade. It's not out of the box. So that makes it good. And then, yeah, if I was getting real swanky, I would make some fresh whipped cream. That'd send it over the edge for me. That would send it, because that's how I judge a fancy restaurant. Here's how I judge it. Do you have real butter for your bread and butter? And do you have real whipped cream on anything I get? Like if I were to get a coffee or something like that, I judge. I'm like, if I'm paying all this money at a swanky restaurant and y'all done just like squirted some Ready Whip on it, not happy. Nothing wrong with Ready Whip. I love it. But I'm just saying, if you're in a swanky restaurant, you got to go the extra mile.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people are saying you should try cornstarch sometime.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll do that this Thanksgiving because I'm probably going to make this for Thanksgiving. So, you know, I should just, instead of doubling the batch, I should make 2 different batches and do cornstarch with one and flour with the other, and we could taste test. And I'll just bring them both and let the family taste test.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So I might do that. Heather will have to remind me and stuff.
Yes, we'll definitely post the recipe. A lot of you are asking. Yes, we did get tons of rain and flooding, Norma. Some people were asking about the rain. We got tons. We got more than I wanted. Let's see. What?
We're just silent.
What's ambrosia? Somebody said they like ambrosia. I've heard of that before, but I don't know what that is.
That is vintage. That is like a vintage kind of congealed. If it's the one I'm thinking about, no, okay.
Oh, like do some people call it ambrosia salad?
Yes, it's like Cool Whip with like, okay, you know that strawberry salad Mom used to make?
Yes,
it's like that, but it's got like pineapple and different things in it. I'm not a big fan of ambrosia, but I might need to revisit it. You know how like when you were little you hated stuff and then you try it as an adult and you're like, oh, that's delicious. That's just one of those things that I'm like, ambrosia. But I wonder if Elvis liked it. You know, he had to have some because I think ambrosia was big back in the day. I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, Jill's saying, because I guess you don't have these either in the UK. She said, may I also ask about the Nilla wafers?
Yes. So these are like little, almost cookie type things. They're like a little wafer cookie.
Yeah, they're like a wafer cookie.
Like.
They kind of have, I guess,
We're
like
educating
a buttery flavor. Would you say?
I would say vanilla.
Like a vanilla.
Just like a plain,
yeah, like a vanilla.
They're almost like if you had. No, they're not. Never mind. I was going to say shortbread cookie, but they're not. They're nothing at all like a shortbread cookie.
Just like a vanilla wafery.
Yeah, they're just very like. See how light they are on the inside. They're not like dense or heavy like a shortbread, but they're like a neutral flavor.
Oh, see, Penny says she's had grits.
I knew Penny.
Everybody says they're going to make your recipe.
I'm telling y'all, it's delish. It is a hit.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you about these vanilla wafers other than they're just wafers. They're especially great on banana pudding, but I mean, you can have them with anything, like I say. If you want a little snack, you get you this and a peanut butter and then put a little banana on top of it. I bet Elvis would have loved that. He probably ate that. Who knows?
Yes.
Who knows?
Everybody's saying please do more cooking shows.
Y'all, I'm trying to figure out how to condense these. You know how I love to look at Instagram reels and I watch these people that do cooking stuff, but they can condense their entire recipe and stuff down to I guess you only have 90 seconds on Instagram. I'm gonna have to figure that out and have Heather video me or something because I just don't know that I can take this whole hour-long show and condense it to a 1-minute thing, but maybe I could. I don't know.
Let's see. Teresa, hello. She's saying, how old are the Elvis stamps? A friend at church gave her one. I have a bunch of the Elvis stamps, and they came out with 2 different ones, but I want to say, and this is really weird that I can remember this, but I want to say that they originally released the first Elvis stamp on his birthday in the early 90s. I want to say it was 93.
I feel like that sounds about right.
93. So they're getting up there as far as age. Yes.
All right. Well, y'all, it's been real fun. I hope you all have enjoyed our latest episode of our cooking show. Even though it was a little different, we went away from tradition.
But it tied back in.
But it tied totally. I mean, I would say this is Elvis approved. I think if
100%.
Elvis,
he would have loved this.
I think if I were going to meet Elvis, I would probably bring him this. Like if they were like, you can bring something for Elvis, I'm like, I'm gonna bring my special banana pudding. That's what I'd bring.
Or if he moved in as your next door neighbor, you'd be like, welcome to the neighborhood.
I would welcome him every day.
Banana pudding.
Yeah, and the next day I'd be like, here's this. So, anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you all. Hope you enjoy this recipe.
Let us know if you make it and it's a hit.
Yeah, let us know for sure. We'll be back next Sunday as always. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more to talk about, and if not, you know us. We'll find something to talk about. That's for sure.
Yeah. Stay safe in this crazy weather because it looks like more is headed our way.
Yeah. So y'all stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and go make you some banana pudding. Bye. Bye.